Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So what's the difference between one Muslim who has a lot of wealth, who has a lot of resources, who has a lot of, let's say, physical risk, and the other Muslim that doesn't? Now, we're not going to have a discussion about a non-Muslim versus a Muslim. That's a whole different discussion. And to break that down very simply, one is getting wealth while sacrificing their akhirah. The other one is getting wealth while keeping their akhirah intact, right? And there's the simple difference, but it's nuanced, right? So we're not going to really go deep into that conversation because I know a lot of people in the comments section like to say that, well, what about the non-Muslim? Why are they so rich? Oh, well, the methods to get wealth are all the same. It comes from Allah, and this is a test from Allah. So one thing you got to realize about wealth is this is a test from Allah, is that He will give the non-Muslims wealth and the Muslims wealth in the same exact strategies. The laws are the same, but one, you take Allah's path, and the other one, you don't take Allah's path. But we're going to get into this discussion now. Now, before I really start, I want you to understand one thing. Alhamdulillah, through the mercy of Allah, I'm officially a student of knowledge. I have a teacher, a mentor from Medina, a very, very knowledgeable man. He is a part of Masjid al-Nabawi. That's all I could say about who this man is. And this is my first step to becoming a scholar in Islam, right? And I've taken this step because I believe that it is a responsibility for me to do so, given the amount of people that I impact and influence on a daily basis, to speak from a place of understanding and not ignorance, right? And making sure that my philosophies align. And this is very, very important. So, alhamdulillah is something I was, quote unquote, searching for, manifesting, whatever you want to call it, through the mercy of Allah. I've been asking Allah for about a month, and Allah gave me the best of the best that I possibly could have asked for. So that's the mercy of Allah. So even this video is coming from a place of guidance, okay? Understand this, is that there's two verses in the Quran that really support what I'm about to tell you, okay? The first one, Allah does not burden a soul more than it can bear. And another one is, verily with hardship comes ease. Now, everything's going to click together very, very, very quick, okay? It's going to click very, very quick. It is a responsibility. The only difference between the Muslim who has more and the Muslim who has less is one is taking the ultimate responsibility, and they will not collapse under the responsibility. I need you to understand this, right? Think about the difference between a commander and a soldier. Now, the soldier might be stronger. The soldier might look better. The soldier might be a better fighter. The soldier might be better at shooting. The soldier might be better, might be a better speaker. But the commander is just more responsible. The commander can hold on to the responsibility. Because think about it, right? Look, the soldier doesn't have as many responsibilities. All they got to do is go out and make sure that they're following the commands of the commander, that they are shooting when they shoot, when they're defending when they defend, and that's about it, right? Is that they just follow the commands. However, the commander has bigger responsibilities. They have to look over all the soldiers. They have to make sure everybody's fed. They have to make sure that things are running accordingly. And this is where I'm getting at, is Allah does not burden a soul more than it can bear. And I'm going to give you a very, very important example here. Think about your mother. Now, depending on whatever your relationship is with your mother, but most people are going to agree with this and feel congruence and alignment with this, is that has your mother ever woken up and said, you know what, I don't feel like being a mother today? Or in most cases, did your mother wake up and say, you know what, it doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter if I'm going through my cycle. It doesn't matter if I'm in pain. It doesn't matter if I'm sick. It doesn't matter if I'm fighting with my husband. It doesn't matter if I'm divorced or widowed. I'm going to still wake up and make sure that my kids are fed. I'm still going to hold the responsibility of a mother. Or did your mother just wake up and say, you know what? Nah, I don't feel like being a mother today. I'm just going to run away. Well, some cases that might be the case, right? But in most cases, no. Your mother loves you and she's taken on the responsibility of being a mother. A lot of people look at me and they're like, well, Shahriz, how did you have so much wealth? And how do you have so much influence? And how do you have this network? And why do you get to do this? And why do you get to do that? Every single day, I sit on the prayer mat and I say, Ya Allah, give me the responsibility of a king. Ya Allah, give me the responsibility to take care of as many people as I can take care of. Ya Allah, give me the responsibility to influence as many Muslims as possible to bring them to you, to bring them closer to you. And guess what? I hold on to that responsibility. And I trust Allah to give me that responsibility. And here's where the verses come in place. Okay? This is where the verses come in place. First one, Allah does not burden a soul more than it can bear. Look, these responsibilities, let's say it's millions and millions and millions of dollars. That comes with a lot of problems. That comes with a lot of consequences. That comes with a lot of sacrifices. And if you cannot handle the problems that come with all that money, if you cannot handle the sacrifices that you have to make that comes with that money, if you cannot handle the consequences that come with some of the actions that you will take that comes with that money, then why would Allah give you that responsibility? It's not easy having a lot of money and distributing it for the sake of Allah. Allah will handpick His vessels and His vehicles in this life. But when you raise your hand and you say, Ya Allah, me, I'll take on the responsibility, I volunteer, well, it makes it easier, right? Okay, well, this soldier of mine wants it. Let me give it to him. But see, here's where the verses come in place, is that Allah does not burden a soul more than it can bear. But look, if you raise your hand and you say, Ya Allah, I want this thing, He's going to test you right away. Okay, cool, you want this? I'll give it to you. But it's a test, because verily with hardship comes ease. So guess what? He's going to send you the hardship. This is where the verses connect, right? He's going to send you the hardship. Okay, He's going to send you the hardship. And look, if you cannot handle that hardship, if you cannot handle that one test that's hardship, like let's say it's a difficult client. Let's say it's a bill. Let's say it's your mother asking you for money. Let's say it's your friend asking you for money. Let's say it's employing somebody. Well, if you can't handle that one hardship, letting go of that money or taking on that responsibility, then guess what? You don't get the ease that comes after that. You will retract and you will go backwards, not forward, because Allah will not burden you with it. He's going to give it to the one who can handle it. And this is where free will comes in place. But here's the beautiful thing. You can ask Allah to increase you in capacity to hold on to the responsibility. Ya Allah, you have now given me this responsibility. I'm very, very aware. This is a very difficult task that you have given me. You've given me a bunch of money that belong to these people, and I have to do right and be a righteous business person and make sure that I execute this properly, make sure that everybody wins in this for your sake. I have to make sure that I do halal business, because business is an act of worship and money is tied to morality. So now I'm going to do this for your sake. But Ya Allah, this is a very difficult thing. Guide me in the process. Just like Musa alayhi salam, when he was fearful, who did he ask for help? He asked Allah for help. And this shows us that even the prophets struggle with this, right? Responsibility is a big thing, right? But you don't have to handle it alone. You do not have to handle this responsibility alone. And that's what Allah tells us, is that whoever relies upon Him, Allah will provide. So in this moment, Ya Allah, I have now identified that you have given me this responsibility. And it's a difficult one. However, I am not going to run away from this responsibility. I'm not going to say I cannot handle this responsibility, because Ya Allah, I asked you for this responsibility. And if I say I cannot handle this responsibility, then you will just simply take it away from me, because that's just who you are, Ya Allah. That's just who you are. But if I pass this test, if I beat my nervous system right now, because I'm fearful right now, but I rely upon you, I understand that you're going to handle everything. You're al-wakil. You're going to handle the affairs. You're going to make sure everything's going to work out. I trust you, and I will take the actions for your sake. You're going to increase me in my rank and my responsibility. Just show me the way. I do not know anything, Ya Allah. And the more you accept that you do not know anything, Allah will show you more, and then you can handle more responsibility. Is this starting to make sense? Okay. This is where the two verses connect, right? Allah does not burden a soul more than it can bear. And that verily with hardship comes ease. So you are not going to be given a burden that you cannot handle. But Allah will test you with the hardship. And if you pass the test of hardship, then you get ease, because what happens? You increase in capacity. And there's a reason why the king can handle more than the peasant. A lot of people want to be the king. A lot of people want to be the queen. A lot of people want to be the one in charge. But the leader has the most responsibilities, right? I handle a lot of responsibilities. I'm going to tell you this right now. If I were to give my life to you, whoever's watching this, you may run away and be like, oh, I don't want that. Because you see the money, you see the influence, you see the travel, you see everything that comes with the life. But you do not see the responsibilities that I have to handle. I don't talk about my problems because I don't even view them as problems. I view them as responsibilities. And this is the difference maker. This is a reframe. This is a flip of the coin. Is that it is a responsibility, and I do it for the sake of Allah. And every single time that my nervous system collapses, every single time that I feel fear, every single time that I'm like, wow, this is a lot, I don't run away. I surrender. I say, Ya Allah, wow, you really showed me that I am a human. I do not know anything, and this is difficult. But you know what I do know? I know you. And I know you are the one that can give me the ease. You can show me the path. You can strengthen me. You can increase me in capacity to hold on to this responsibility. And what I'm going to do to Allah right now is I'm going to surrender to you. I do not know anything. I'm going to empty my mind. I'm going to stop worrying about how things are going to happen, because my puny little logical brain is not going to be able to comprehend how things are going to happen. It just doesn't make any sense, right? What am I supposed to see? You can see everything, Ya Allah. I can only see what's in front of me. So who do I rely on, myself or Allah? I rely upon the one that can see everything. So Allah, you can handle all the affairs, and I'll take the actions. And now this, you know what this does? This makes Allah your business partner in life, right? And this is the most respectful way to put it. Ya Allah, I take the actions, you handle everything else. Because you're the one that can see everything. You're the one that can handle the affairs, right? Because you're Al-Wakil, right? Ya Arzak, you're going to provide, right? Al-Fatah, you're going to open some doors, right? And you're going to make everything work out. So I don't worry about how things are going to work out. I just worry about handling the responsibility and trusting Allah upon the responsibility. Just like Musa alayhi salam trusted Allah as a prophet, but he was scared. He ran away from the Pharaoh. He ran away from the land, right? But he had to conquer his fears by trusting Allah. Tawakkul Allah. He surrendered to Allah. To be a Muslim is to surrender. You got to understand this. This is very, very important. So in reality, if you want more from life, if you want more money, it is not about asking for money, because money is just a 3D construct. It is asking Allah for the responsibility. You ask Allah for $1 million. Do you even know what you would do with $1 million? Do you know the problems that comes with $1 million? I could tell you problems that come with $1 million. There's a lot of them. Everybody wants to be a millionaire, but not everybody wants to deal with the millions of dollars and the people that you got to take care of with the millions of dollars and the problems, the consequences, and the sacrifices you got to make, right? But once you reframe that and say, you know what, Allah, I just want the responsibility. And as a byproduct, you're going to give me the $1 million, and that's totally fine. But I want the responsibility, Ya Allah. I want to be your trusted vessel, your vehicle in this world, just like the trees surrender to Allah and then they bear fruits. Think about that. The trees don't do anything. They're just in surrenderance. They're just in worship. They're trees. So we have to be still and worship Allah just like the trees do, right? And just relax. And then the fruits come through us. Do you see that? You know how many people I got to provide for? You know how many people I got to take care of? You know how many students I have? You know how many business partners I have? You know how much money I got to distribute? And the more and more responsibility I'll handle, the more richer I'll get, alhamdulillah. That's just the case. But if you run away from responsibility, then guess what? You're not going to have the risk. And I'll give you a good example of this. I used to run away from taking care of my family. I used to run away from it. Every single time that I felt like the responsibility was getting too much, I would just run away. I'd probably leave the country, go do something, because I didn't want to face the problems. But it is when you face the problems and you trust Allah, and you say, Ya Allah, this is just a problem. It's just hardship. And behind this door is ease, but I have to walk through this door with courage, with tawakkul. I have to trust you. Only then can you get the ease. Only then can Allah shape you and mold you into somebody who's a leader. Even going through this knowledge, becoming a student of knowledge, you think that's easy? My ego is going to get hit 1,000,000 times. Learning Arabic, reading books, listening to my teacher. Like right now, the first lesson that my teacher, my mentor, this very knowledgeable man, who's one of the leaders of Masjid al-Nabawi, by the way, may Allah bless him, he sent me a 200-page book on manners, on how to be a student. Think about that. And that's my first lesson. I have to read a book on how to be a student. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I have students, and I have to now learn how to be a student of knowledge. But you know what? I'm willing to do that because that is my responsibility. I have to sit down and do the work. Otherwise, Allah is not going to give me the responsibility to influence people and bring them closer to Islam. Right? I don't want to lead anybody astray. I want to bring people closer to the deen, not through ignorance, but through proper guidance. And this is a responsibility. It's the same thing. You have to ask yourself, what responsibility are you avoiding right now? Because these problems, these consequences, these sacrifices that you have to make, if you're avoiding those, Allah's not going to give you the risk. Maybe He'll give you the risk and test you with it just to prove it to you that you're not the one responsible for this. But I will take the responsibility. And every single day I ask Allah, give me more responsibility. I'm ready for it. Because I trust you, Ya Allah. I know that I have you. Nothing can happen. I'll be okay. As long as I have you, as long as I surrender to you. And that is the case. Just like your mother woke up every single day and said, it is my responsibility. You have to wake up every single day and be like, it is my responsibility to be this person for Allah. Provide for people for Allah. Be the best husband, be the best wife, be the best son, daughter, sister, brother. Be the best teacher. Be the best business person. Right? Whatever it is, you have to hold that responsibility. You have to hold it. Because a lot of people want the life, but they're not willing to hold on to the responsibility. And this is where these verses connect. It's verily with hardship comes ease. The tests are the hardship, but behind that door is ease because Allah increases you with capacity. I'll give you another example. I recently had to shave my hair because I did Umrah, right? That was difficult. But I thought to myself, I'm like, verily with hardship comes ease. This is a very hard test from Allah. But guess what? It is my responsibility as a Muslim to surrender and sacrifice things for Allah. If others can do it, why can't I? My hair is very precious to me. I love my hair. Alhamdulillah. But I was willing to sacrifice it for Allah. I grew for a year, right? But verily with hardship comes ease. And the second I shaved it off, it was easy. I was like, damn, it was really that easy. Allah will do anything for you now. I'll make more sacrifices for you. I want to be the vehicle for your provision. Ar-Razak has to provide from somewhere, my friends. Let it be you. Let it be you. Hello, Allah, me. Let it be me. But hey, look, if you're going to raise your hand, you're going to say, Allah, I volunteer. Well, you better be ready for the responsibility because it ain't easy. It's not easy being a millionaire. It's not easy being a father. It's not easy being a mother. It's not easy being a teacher. It's not easy being a business person. I want you to think about this. This is a very, very good example that I gave to Canyon, one of my students, but he's also my very, very good friend of mine. Dear, he's like my brother, okay? Canyon Mims. He's in the inner circle, all right? We were in Makkah together. And I look at the buildings and I say, you know why these people are so rich? Because they've taken on the responsibility to develop all these housing projects in a Sharia compliant way, to give people housing, to make sure that the economy is being fueled, to make sure that there are jobs. And as a byproduct, Allah is just going to give them millions and millions of dollars because they have taken on a responsibility that's much bigger. Imagine the responsibility of developing a whole housing scheme of thousands of homes that's going to provide homes to thousands of people and families. And that's going to provide thousands of jobs. That's going to circulate millions and millions of dollars. That is a responsibility to make sure that goes right. But these people aren't choking. But to the average man, they wouldn't be able to handle it. They'd probably stress out. But these people can handle it because they've taken on the responsibility. That's not a burden that they cannot handle. And even if it gets hard, they handle it. And guess what? Allah gives them ease. Right? And therefore, the money comes to them as a byproduct. It's just a byproduct. Money is just a byproduct. This 3D, these tangible things, this is just a byproduct. It's a byproduct. Right? So when you take on the responsibility, something special happens. Okay? And that's the difference between the wealthy Muslim and not so wealthy Muslim. I'll tell you right now, every single time that I have been a rich man, I've only taken on more responsibility. And anytime I have been a poor man, I've just ran away from responsibility. I said, Allah, I can't handle this. I can't do it. It's too much. But now that I understand this, I pray that Allah always puts me in the frame to say, you know what, Allah? I can handle it. I just trust you. I trust the one. I trust the who. I don't worry about how. I trust Allah. Okay? So this is a very, very special video. Very, very special video. Your nervous system does not want you to jump. Your nervous system does not want you to take on the responsibilities because these are uncertain areas of life. But remember, certainty, my brothers and sisters, certainty is the only state that can beat this nervous system of yours. They can beat this fear. Shaitan wants your nervous system to collapse. Allah, surrendering to Allah, allows for that nervous system to expand because it's certainty. You don't know how things are going to happen. That is uncertain. Do I know? Look, I'm in Egypt right now. I was supposed to be home. I don't know how, but I'm going to be ending up in a different country. I don't know when I'm going to leave the Middle East or Africa or wherever I am. I have no idea how. But I know I trust the who, Ya Allah. As long as I have you, nothing can go wrong. Even if it seems like it's going wrong, technically is it wrong? Let's just reframe it. Everything's a blessing because I have you, my Lord. Everything's a blessing because I have you. I surrender. It's my responsibility to surrender. I'll handle everything for you. Think about that. worrying about these logical things and how and all that stuff, it's disservice to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't worry about the things that are not in your control. Let Allah handle that. You worry about the one thing you can control, which is your trust in the who. Trust in the one. Ahad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And all his beautiful names. And you'll see them everywhere. The 99 names. You'll see them everywhere. You'll see he's providing for you right now. Just the fact that you're watching this video, this is provision, this is risk. Not everybody will get to watch this video. You'll see the view count, right? Al-Fatah opening the doors. Al-Wakil, he's handling your affairs. That money that you're waiting for is coming to you right now. It's being delivered in whatever way, shape, or form, right? Maybe it's a spouse. Maybe it's that problem being solved. It's being handled. Allah will handle it. That's just what he does. He handles things that you do not even understand, you can't even comprehend. So stop worrying. Just live. Trust Allah. Take his doors. Take the doors for the sake of Allah. Take quantum leaps. Take the big leaps. Take the big actions. Take the big responsibilities, right? And wake up every single day and be like, wow, what a blessing it is to have this responsibility. And watch how your life changes. Okay, anyways, great video. I'm in Egypt right now. I should probably go explore a little bit, but I just felt like recording this video for you guys. The Inner Circle applications are down below, okay? I am building an organization. It's called the World Wealth Organization. And the struggle for Muslims to not have wealth, the struggle is for Muslims to not have wealth, to not understand money, to not understand wealth, to not understand what is happening. I don't want this to be the case anymore. I take it as my responsibility to serve. And I've built the World Wealth Organization. worldwealth.org. It was an expensive domain, but I did it for the sake of Allah. It was my responsibility. Okay? And right now, the Inner Circle is, let's say it's the little nucleus of the World Wealth Organization. It's going to expand outwards. And soon enough, we're going to let people in and give them base level knowledge, even for free. Eventually. But the Inner Circle is, let's say that is it is the elite group, the network inside, the founding members that get access to everything first at the highest level, right? And these are the people that are going to be help building this foundation, all right, this organization. We're going to change the landscape of how wealth is distributed in the Ummah. I want to see each and every single Muslim have wealth. Each and every single Muslim understand who their Lord is, to be able to be, do, or have anything they want. I believe in abundance because I believe in Allah. All right, so you can apply for the Inner Circle. Not sure when this vision will be fulfilled, but I'm taking all the actions I can, okay? And the best of the best of the best are in the Inner Circle. So apply. We have over 500 applications. Soon enough, we'll be enrolling more and more people. I enrolled 9 people at once just last week. So don't lose hope. Don't think that your application won't be seen. Inshallah, it will, right? Just take some time. Most people might not get in, but with due time, you may. So apply, inshallah. If not, these videos are free. I do them for the sake of Allah, okay? And may Allah bless you.